Hi, good evening, everyone. Good morning to some of you. Good afternoon to some of you, wherever you are in the world. This is Dr. Evelet Sequeira, and I'm the founder of Sacred Lotus Womb Academy. My whole soul and vision and mission is for women to live fuller lives, lives of magnificence, life of magnifying and magnetizing their potential. And in the series of workshops and webinars, this is the series on the abundance consciousness or wealth consciousness and how important it is for us women to understand these laws of abundance. So today's class is on the laws of abundance. I'm going to share my screen and there's a little presentation. I've taken inspiration from wonderful teachers who I have been following for almost most of my life, one of them being Deepak Chopra. He has his 7 laws of abundance. I've also gone through Michael Mirdad's 7 laws of abundance. And in addition to that, my deep connection with the Self-Realization Fellowship and Yogananda Paramhansa's wealth consciousness and abundance consciousness laws, which are just simple, 4 or 5 laws. And I've put together these 10 laws, which some of them are from these teachers and some that I learned in my own life as a woman. Okay, and I'm going to share these with you. So stay tuned, watch the entire video. There's so much that you can learn, and do leave comments, and you can also connect with me if you have any questions. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the laws of abundance. So there are 10 laws. I'm going to read them. The first one is, I am that I am is the seat of infinite abundance. And I'm going to talk to you more about it. This is nothing but the infinite energy, source energy, God energy, universe, whatever you want to call it. And here the key words are, I am abundance. Okay. It's not, I will be abundant, I am going to be abundant, or I was abundant, but I am in this moment. The second law is letting go of redundant belief systems around money. The third, ask, pray, lovingly demand from Father, Mother, God, or I would call them the King and Queen God. For me, God or this energy is of a loving father and mother. It could be something else for you. Whatever is that source of energy for you, pray to that energy, okay? The fourth is meditation with intention on peace. Now, this one is from Paramahansa Yogananda's list of laws of abundance. We'll talk more about this. Law 5 is believe. So there are affirmations for money and wealth creation. I cannot forget the contribution of my dear teacher, Louise and her teachings on wealth consciousness. Law 6 is focused intention for wealth creation. Law 7, for it is in giving that you receive. Law 8 is the attitude of gratitude, arigato in, arigato out, which is in Japanese, thank you. Law 9 is the purpose of wealth, is to create joy, happiness for self and for others. And law 10 is be open to receive. So I'm grateful to the teachers who have influenced my presentation today. So the first law, I am that I am, is the seat of infinite abundance. What does this mean? The source of abundance is infinite. Louise Hay says, as well as Deepak Chopra in his presentation says and talks about, how do you view this abundance or this source of abundance? Do you go with a small little wallet, or do you go with a bag, or do you go with a small cup? Or like Louise Hay says, do you go with the intention of setting a pipeline where you will constantly have the inflow of abundance, knowing that the source from which it's coming is infinite. It is It is something that you cannot even fathom how much it is. Okay. We have all been trained to know that there won't be enough for you, there won't be enough for others. But let me tell you, as soon as you tap into this space of the source of abundance being infinite, it's a game changer. Everything changes. So, the first thing that you seek is your energy to vibrate with that energy of infinite abundance, which is that of God. So, even in the Bible, it says, seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all the rest will fall in line. So, this heaven is not somewhere outside us, it is within us. This infinite abundance never has a short supply. Okay. And where is the source? The source is within you. For me, this, I've also put this picture to just show you what I mean by this. Like, this is king and queen for me. Is this source, like the union of the sovereign king, the sovereign queen, brings about this infinite abundance. And whenever you feel that, no, I'm not abundant, I don't deserve this, or I don't think we were born poor, we live poor. So I am infinite abundance. I remember once my teacher Sukhi telling us that, all of us, we keep praying to all these various deities and saying, give me wealth, get me this, get me money. I want this car, I want this bungalow, I want a house, I want foreign vacations, I want lots of jewelry. But if you are abundance and you are vibrating at that vibration, then everything will come to you. I am that I am. This learning, or this name of God that I learned, especially from the I am that I am meditations with Dr. Wayne Dyer. And you can look up on YouTube, those videos are available. Just meditate with that. I am that I am. And the I am can be anything. I am that. That can be infinite abundance, that can be prosperity, that can be wealth, because we're talking about consciousness of prosperity and abundance. Okay, so this is the first law. Know this really, really well, because this is about now transcending your mind, your small mind, which is, the human self. It is now transcending into the spiritual realm. Inquiry into your own self awareness, mindful awareness of your life, and you're now engaging directly with source, which is giving you infinite possibilities. Okay, let's go to law 2. Law 2 is letting go of redundant belief systems around money. Remember one thing: if you want money or prosperity to come in, if we want, now for example, you want to buy new clothes, and if your cupboard is chock-a-block fully filled with clothes from the previous whatever shopping that you have done, and you have shopped and it's full, there is no space for new clothes. Maybe you can buy a new cupboard, but what if there's no space for the cupboard? It's only when you let go of all that is old, there is space created, or there is an expansion of of your own awareness, and you're bringing or making space for letting something new come in. So letting go of these old belief systems is very important. So old programming in our subconscious needs to go. We have all heard these statements. I grew up in a lower middle class family. My parents were children of farmers in rural India. And, life was tough for them. All the time they would think about, in Hindi, we call it roti, kapda, and makan. Roti is food, your chapati or bread. Kapda is clothes, and makan is the place where you live, or your place of residence, or a home. So these became priorities. Their day-to-day living was very difficult. I remember my dad telling me sometimes that they really sometimes during, especially rainy season, and when grandpa couldn't go and catch fish, they never had food. And I have seen this. I worked with UNICEF, and I have seen rural Maharashtra so many villages, like there is a scarcity of food even today. So, but these programmings are so deep inside that we can feel a sense of lack at all times. But today, the truth is that my parents' family, my parents came to the city, they came to Mumbai, they made a living for themselves, educated me and my brother. I married my husband, and we have created this well together. But this old programming can pull you back into the old ways of saying, "Oh, I don't have enough. I'm lacking something." So contentment, never really comes. So that's why this old programming needs to go. Moreover, there are traumas with regards to money. Many a times you may have been shamed by your friends for not bringing pocket money. That was my story. Sometimes you may not have had, good clothes to wear, or maybe you were using the same pair of shoes for 2, 3 years, or the same uniform. So these are different reasons which hold emotional hurt within your body, and they can keep coming up from time to time and create what are known as abundance blocks. I'm going to take a class next week completely on abundance blocks, because this is something that we need to break together. Okay, now we have to understand the laws, but breaking and taking away, or just releasing these blocks, is very, very important. So abundance blocks or limiting beliefs are self-fulfilling prophecies, and we act according to these. Now, how do you break or let go of these abundance blocks? In short, first is, of course, this is a lot of written stuff on the slide, and if you are on my WhatsApp group of Mind Your Mind Lady, I'm going to send you the presentation. You can join. I'm going to add the WhatsApp link to the in the comment section, and you can in the description section, and you can join that group. So I'll send you the presentation as well. You identify what block it is, so choose an area. Maybe this area is a financial block that you are carrying, and something about scarcity, that there is not enough for you, or you're not creative enough. So think around money and all of that, and identify what are these blocks. The next step will be to get clear on your desires in the area of life that you choose. Write what you want to experience in detail. What kind of holidays do you want? What kind of a life do you want? Do you want a debt free life? Do you want to live a life of luxury? Do you want to live, or you want to live a simplistic, minimalistic life, but not having to worry about where my money is going to come every month? So it's, in a steady flow. And reprogram and reframe those negative beliefs. Now, a lot about reframing and reprogramming is in my previous webinars, which are on Mind Your Mind Lady, and they are also there on YouTube. You can check those links out, and I'll also post a link to how to overcome these negative programmings. Take action. So remember, when we want abundance, we have to act abundant. You cannot be fighting with the rickshawala or the taxi driver for 1 rupee change and then say that you are abundant. Okay, so be very aware and conscious of your own little behaviors. So I've put pictures of these different deities all around the world in different cultures, who are revered as gods and goddesses for asking for wealth. So well known, because I come from India, we have goddess Lakshmi. She is from the Hindu pantheon. She's the goddess of wealth, fortune, power, beauty, fertility, and prosperity. She's always having gold coins flowing out of her hand, and she's seated on this beautiful lotus seat. All right, law third is ask. Now, who do we ask? Okay, we have to remember that as humans, we have come from a bigger spirit. Now, this bigger spirit can be a loving father, mother, can be a lover, can be a creative source of energy. Even if you're an atheist, there is some force, or there is a field, there is a matrix, there's something that is holding this whole universe together. And that is the energy that you can ask lovingly from. For me, it is Father, Mother, God, or the King and Queen, Sovereign God, that I kind of tend to pray to. So I am aligned to infinite abundance. First, I need to align with it. Now, if I say that I am the daughter of the king and queen God, I cannot behave like a beggar. You know, my dear friend Azelia would always say in most of her money consciousness classes, she would say, if you are the daughter of the king and queen God, why do you sit at the gates of my castle and beg? Walk into this castle, demand and claim that all these riches, all this wealth, all this abundance belongs to you, my child, and claim that. So get into that vibration. Don't be in a begging mode. Ask from a space that it is yours already. Open mind and heart. And your abundance prayer is asking God for a full and abundant life. So, abundance not only in terms of money, not only in terms of food or material possessions, but abundance in forms of creativity, abundance in form of maybe having a loving and a compassionate heart. Can be anything. I'm going to say a little prayer now. So, close your eyes. Just connect to this source of abundance that is within you, this creative energy, this energy of the loving Father, Mother, Sovereign King and Queen God. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in through the nostrils and breathe out through the mouth. From the light of God that I am, from the love of God that I am, from the power of God that I am, from the heart of God that I am, I decree. I dwell in the midst of infinite abundance. The abundance of God is my infinite source. The river of life never stops flowing. It flows through me into lavish expression. Good comes to me through unexpected avenues, and God works in a myriad of ways to bless me. I now open my mind to receive my good. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to have to happen. With God as my source, nothing and everything amazes me. I'm not burdened by thoughts of past or future. One is gone, the other is yet to come. By the power of my belief, coupled with my purposeful, fearless actions and my deep rapport with God, my future is created and my abundance made manifest. I ask and accept that I am lifted in this and every moment into higher truth. My mind is quiet. From this day forward, I give freely and fearlessly into life, and life gives back to me with magnificent increase. Blessings come in expected and unexpected ways. God provides for me in wondrous ways. I'm indeed grateful. I let it be so. Take a deep breath. Allow these words to sink into every cell of your being, into all your bodies, your physical body, your energetic body, your etheric body, your causal body, your emotional body, spiritual body, all of them. Let them resonate with this knowing that I am abundance. Okay. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. So let's go to law number 4 now. You can sip some water because water is very good. It holds the vibration. I'm going to sip some. Law 4 is meditation with the intention on peace. Let me tell you, this one I picked up from the famous or the lovely teacher, Yogananda Paramhansa. And I remember my visit to the Lake Shrine temple and ashram in Los Angeles. And I'm very grateful to have received these beautiful gifts and teachings from the Guru's writings. And I'm very grateful. And one of the things that I learned was to meditate with the intention of peace. I, for one, had my nervous system in a complete tizzy. Even now, there are times when I go into anxiety and panic. But when I am vibrating at the frequency of peace, the vibration of peace attracts wealth. This is what Guru Yogananda spoke of. And wealth that can come to you through peaceful means, okay? Money and wealth and abundance can come to us in any form because it's energy. But we want and that will come in the next few laws, to be a vibrational match, to bring energy through peaceful means, because that for me is the highest vibration I can be. You can also meditate with the vibration of love. Pick up these higher vibrations, and then your source of income or money or wealth and abundance will come through these peaceful means. Okay. This is so after every two laws, I'm going to show you one of the gods and goddesses on wealth. This is God Kubera or Kuvera, and he's the god of wealth again from the Hindu pantheon. He's the guardian of directions, and Kubera is also associated with Hindu mythology. You can read about him on Wikipedia. But just to give you an idea that we need gods even for wealth. Yes. So these are their little doots, but you can directly connect to source. Law 5 is believe now. We asked, and now we have to believe that we're going to get it. Okay? So what are these affirmations for money and wealth? We know about affirmations. They're all about changing our subconscious beliefs and creating new neural pathways. When I started my journey on with Heal Your Life and with Louise's teachings, I remember saying the affirmation, I am a money magnet like forever and ever and ever and ever, And of course, that time it came from a very small mind that I want money. But now, today, it's a little different. When I know that I'm abundant, money will come to me as much as I need, as much as needs to flow through me, in and out of me, and for whatever purpose that money has been assigned to me, because I am a custodian of the wealth that flows through me. So some of these affirmations are like this: I'm a money magnet, money is drawn to me. And especially for those who've come from very poor families, who faced a lot of lack, or maybe had parents who were constantly worried about money or always fighting over money at home, then for you, you need to say these affirmations, because the subconscious belief never changes. So many a times, this example of people winning lotteries, because at one point their vibration has gone up, and then the next it completely goes away, all the money is lost. So we want to keep a steady vibration so that we are at this level where the funds and money and abundance keeps flowing to us, flows in and out. So we are not like going into depletion or lack. Okay. I'm attracting money at this very moment. Everything I touch turns into gold. I constantly attract prosperity on a daily basis. I'm ready and able to receive more money. Money is the root of joy and comfort. This is like reframing the old adage that people would say, money is the root of all evil. It is not. Money is not the root of evil. Money can be used for good as well as for evil. Now, the one who has the money makes the choice. All right. So all of these, there are quite a few of them. And then money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Wealth is constantly flowing through my life. So write these affirmations if you want to live a more fuller life. Law 6, focused intention for wealth creation. Now, if you know, in the last few webinars, we did one of the webinars on focus. Now, focus is important for everything in our life. Even when it comes to wealth creation, it has to be focused intention and focused attention towards creation of wealth. Now, why is this important? Because we are tapping into infinite source. To tap into infinite source, it is you connecting to this higher or this bigger spirit. This is bigger than us. So for that, you have to be in the now. That's why meditation, claiming what is yours, that is what we spoke in Law 1. Intention and attention in the field of infinite possibilities is all one needs. Okay? This will lead to bringing people together to create a project. So there can be collective envisioning, a collective co-creation. Ideas will come up, spontaneous creativity will come up, flow states. All of this can happen when you have focused intention on wealth creation. So this is goddess Fortuna. She is from the Greek mythology, again, a goddess of prosperity, wealth, and luck. And she carries a cornucopia. Also, goddess Abundantia is also known, has a similar iconography with the cone that, kind of gives off, or the conch which gives off these coins, gold coins, and all of that. This is my favorite law, and I live by it. Law 7, for it is in giving that you receive. Some of you may say, oh my God, if I have to give, then how can I be wealthy if I have to give? And this is my favorite quote from St. Francis of Assisi. He is one of my favorite teachers too. And remember, money is energy. Anytime. So if you take the metaphor of a river flowing, if you're going to dam the river, yes, you're collecting that money or you're collecting that water for a long time, but it gets stagnant, and after some time it might get evaporated or something might happen over a period of time if it is not used. But when you are giving, when you're letting that river flow out of you, there is this whole energetic circuit. If you look at our own human body, if you see the magnetic field around our body, it's a torus field. So the energy, when you take a breath in, it goes up and then it goes circles all around your body like the core of an apple. It just goes like that. So now this is an energy which is going in and going out. You're breathing in, you're breathing out. You're not breathing in and keeping everything inside, right? You're even breathing out at some point. So you're breathing in and out. It's the same story here. For it is in giving that you receive. Give first what you wish to receive. So many of us, we want money. Huh? But when it comes to, if someone comes asking for some donation or some way of giving even to yourself, you will think 2-3 times. Like, how am I going to spend this money and whatever? Of course, be wise. I'm not saying empty all the money that you have. I'll give you an example of once when my husband spoke to this lovely Buddhist nun, Annie Choing, and he asked her, he's saying, how much should I give? And she said, if you have 4 chapatis, keep 2 and give 2 to the other because you need to eat 2. And he says, what if I have 1? She said, eat half and give the other half to the other. So always take care of yourself first. See that your own cup is fulfilled and nourished. And the giving can also be in the form of blessings. So I remember our teachers telling us, when we were doing Heal Your Life, that if you ever wanted a car, so maybe you want a BMW or a Mercedes and, or a nicer, whatever brand of stuff, and you see a car going by, don't sit and say, oh, that fellow must have earned money through all wrong means and has made all the money, and that's why he's got this and, in that gossipy state. Oh, bless him. Maybe he or she has done it through wrong means or through good means. But bless that they are in the vibration that they have received this particular vehicle that you feel you want at some point in your life. But you know what is your intention. You know what is your purpose for the money, right? So everything depends on the space that you are coming from. So bless others. The other part is tithing. You must have heard of it. It's called a donation, offering 1/10 of your income for the service of God or to some charity. It's always good to keep the money rolling. Find a good charity or a cause that you believe in. Maybe you love tree conservation, or you love to conserve the dolphins somewhere, or you want to, take care of animals or pets. Give your money. Let the money go. And it doesn't have to be big amounts. 10% of your income. So in this month, if you have earned 10,000, 1/10 of it. Just give that much. And that's enough for you. All right. So divine abundance follows the law of service and generosity. Give and then receive. Give to the world the best you have, and the best will come back to you. So prosperity blessing can be this, and give this prosperity blessing to all. When someone shares with you, oh, I got this lovely new piece of jewelry, don't get jealous. Don't be envious. And even when you feel that emotion of envy coming in, just say this prosperity blessing. May you be blessed with prosperity and more prosperity and abundance in all its forms. May your life be filled with miracles and love. May all of your needs be met so that you can relax and you can live in peace. Yeah? Wonderful. Law 8, the attitude of gratitude. This is a big one. I have seen people who are very, very rich and yet ungrateful. God has blessed them with everything, all material needs. They have their family around, and yet they're so disgruntled in their hearts. Now, that attitude is not a happening one. It is not a good attitude for us who are spiritual beings, who are connected to this source of love and compassion. So the attitude of gratitude, arigato in, arigato out. So there is a lovely, again, wealth teacher, Ken Honda. You can read his book. He talks about, this is in Japanese, every time you pay somebody or you pay your bills, say arigato in and arigato out. Every time your money is going out, thank the money that is going out. Every time the money is coming in, thank the money that's coming in. So when you were saying thank you at all times, you're telling the universe, I'm so grateful you're giving this to me because you trust me with this money, that I'm going to be wise and use it for good stuff. Okay. So gratitude transforms your ability to generate higher levels of wealth. How do you do this? So write down all of your things that are going well in your life. Focus on any one of them. Like you woke up in this morning, your bed is comfortable, you have air condition in your room, or your spouse made you breakfast, your dog came and, cuddled next to you. And then tap into that good feeling, amplify that feeling, and that can become a magnet for more good in your life. Focus all day on that situation, keeping your mind on how good it made you feel. Don't fake it, feel it inside, okay? And snap your attention back whenever there is a negative thought. Go to that thought, stay with it, ask the thought, what are you trying to tell me? And then come back to this, that yes, I may have this negativity right now, but I'm coming back to what is good in me. Last 3 weeks were harrowing for me. I was unwell, I had fever, cough and cold, a lot of weakness. Not my usual type. I'm so bubbly, chirpy all the time. But when I was down, I was really down this time. And yet there were days when I really would sink into the dark hole and say, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to get up. I don't think I'm going to do any more of these webinars. But no, it's happening now because I choose to look at life where it exists. And this is what I love doing. This is my passion. So till God lets me live in this human form, let me use this energy to teach others all that I know, all that I have learned in my own life from these lovely teachers, and for the nerd that I am and that I love studying and reading. Okay, grateful people tend to be more enjoyable to be around. Gratitude helps us to stay humble and avoid the temptation to see ourselves as better than those we serve. This is a big one, dear friends, because sometimes money can bring a lot of ego and say that, that whole condescending, I am this hoity-toity person, I got a lot of money, I'm going to feed the poor, I'm going to do the charity. No, it's an opportunity. Be grateful that God has given you an opportunity, has given you the money that you can serve somebody else. All right? Okay, this is my favorite Egyptian deity. He's called Horus. He's the son of Isis and Osiris. And he's believed to be the god of wealth, power, and strength. You can read more about it. He has a falcon head, by the way. We come to law 9. The purpose of wealth is to create joy, happiness for self and others. This is the law that I stand by. The purpose for creation of wealth is very, very clear. It is to uplift the other, someone who needs support. So most of the charity or the work that I do is I collect funds usually for young adults who want to do a particular course and go to college and they find their fees expensive. I do charity drives and I collect funds and fund children like these. who come from poorer households, but are very committed to their studies. So this is something I feel is one of the purpose for which I create wealth. Yeah, to bring joy and happiness, to uplift, to empower. Money is not only just money, but it's an exchange of values that build society. And we can have good money, and bad money is generated by harming another knowingly. We know what is bad money. I'm not going to name it. You know it. But what and how you want to earn your money, what is the purpose for your creation of wealth? You want to create wealth to live a good, lavish, and comfortable life. Very good. We don't judge anybody. If you're living happily in your multi-story house, and you are in a state of gratitude and happiness, you're holding that vibration of peace, my friend. And that is enough to, kind of bring that kind of wave all around you. So everyone who is connected to you is also in that state of peace. Whereas if it's bad money, you know what you're doing. So the difference lies in the intention behind wanting money. Your reasons for why you want to create more money is typically why you're ambitious to get it. You're either genuinely ambitious or selfishly hungry. Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. I would say it is self. You want, maybe money because you want to go on a good holiday, you love traveling, you love staying in lovely hotels, you want to eat different foods, all of it. And then allow that energy to come to you. It is energy. Everything is a vibration. All right. Now, the 10th law. Now, this is something that I have used specifically in my life. Be open to receive. So, especially for us women, okay, the bigger problem with us women is that we ask, we want, but we don't open ourselves. So, those blocks we are going to work with in the next webinar. But opening up our hearts, opening our womb spaces, enlarging that womb container, making space for whatever needs to come. Be open to receive. Okay? Make space. How do you do that? First thing is your physical space is very, very important. Get organized. Keep all the things you own in order. It's very important. If you have very haphazard, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you have, you just cluttered stuff all around in your house, there is no order to what you have, then that can create a lot of blocks in for abundance to flow in. There is a place for everything, and everything is in its place, and this leaves room for abundance. I've taken this from the blog of Surya Sparks. Okay, I've put the link there and you can read the whole blog. Throw out your old stuff. How many of us are hoarding stuff? I for sure was a hoarder, but now I've been, it's been entire last 5 years of cleaning up. Okay. Clear out clothing, appliances, gadgets, and anything else that you don't need. Things that are broken, unable to be cleaned up. Just give them off. And then the third is giving away. Someone else can use it. Someone else can use what you don't use. Clothes that don't fit you, but they fit somebody else. Today I gave away very good sneakers, which, my feet, somehow, I don't know, I ended up buying a small size. But I gave it to the lady who comes to, visits our home to keep our building clean. And she's from she cleans, takes away the garbage from our place. And she was so happy to receive those pair of shoes. Okay. And find a place for possessions that are important to you. Now, sometimes we love certain things. Maybe they're old, they're from your school days, or maybe from, some friends who have gifted you stuff. Keep a cute little memory box. Put them all together. So keep them as if they are sacred to you. Don't keep them lying here and there. Put them together in a place so that whenever, there are those days when we feel very low, go to that memory box and just look through them, see the pictures, sit through them. It'll really feel nice. Use what you have. Take advantage of what you've collected every year. Okay, one of the biggest one is cutlery. When I started doing this exercise is when I cleared my cupboard, which had all the crockery and cutlery, which was kept inside. I got it all out, your very good china and everything. And now we eat from good plates. Don't be in the fear that, oh, they'll break or this will happen or that will happen. Whatever is good for you, whatever you feel happy about. Live like a king and queen. And because you already have it, I know so many people, if you go right now, and especially in India, we have these box beds. Just lift up that box bed and you're going to find at least 5 or 10 crockery sets there, which have never been used. Cups and saucers that have never been used, which have gold rim, okay, have never been used. Or you will have silver candle stands, which are there, never used. Use them. Take them out. When are you going to use them? Ever. If you have new clothes, wear them. You know, you may hold, you may use, want to wear them for a special occasion. But if you're the type who just hoards and hoards, then, that special occasion, I don't know when it's ever going to come. I know of so many people, they will keep wearing torn, tattered clothes as if, and it's not like you don't have clothes. But that is the consciousness that they are in, that it is not enough. There is lack. Be grateful. God has given you today. Live like God's daughter. Live like that queen. Show up like that. I'm not saying go and buy lots of diamonds and buy a Louis Vuitton bag and show everyone. And you don't have to do that. You have to feel abundant from inside. Okay? Stop mindless purchases. This is a big one for me. So make a vow to avoid compulsive buying. Look into that. What is empty in me that I'm buying? All of these things. So working on it gently and give yourself time. It took me many years to come to this space of where now I'm very conscious of what I buy. I'm still not conscious about books. Okay. I still get lots of comments on that I end up buying books like crazy. Anyways, ask yourself what you need in your life right now. What do I want? What are my needs? So you'll find actually it takes very little to live a good life with purpose and abundance. And as you learn to determine when you actually need something, you will experience more confidence in your own abilities to usher in abundance. This is the Chinese god, Seishen, and he's also known as Lu Xing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But this is the star god of wealth. Okay, so he has a laughing graybeard man in Chinese attire, and he rides a black tiger. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening to this lovely session on the laws of abundance. Do share your questions, join the WhatsApp group, and we can talk about wealth. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.